Hey everyone, John Ender here from School of Trade, and today we're going to be taking a look at a flag breakout here on gold. Get my stop in place here. So we just got triggered into the long here, 1143.9. I'm entering a little bit early just based on what I'm seeing in the overall price action. The sellers attempted to come in, right here and then just immediately failed right back to the upside again. So I entered in a little bit early. Otherwise, you're entering in just above that little swing there at 1144.1. So, you know, 2 ticks better, kind of 50-50, but hey, 2 ticks is 2 ticks. So we're in long here at 43.9, looking to take the first target off at 45.4 at the 100%, and that's based off of our risk. So it's kind of a 1-to-1, and then the 2-to-1 is up here at 47.1. Now we actually just hit our target right there, and we never actually filled it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move my stop up to just below this candle here. Because we hit our target, never filled it, I don't want to give the whole stop back anymore. Sometimes this happens where it comes up, hits your target, and then just kind of pulls back a little bit. With any flag breakout, you're expecting it to come back and retest this flag again. Again, we're entering a little bit aggressively. But with this breakout here, we should still push up and hit our target. We've tapped it, never filled it, so I'm locking my stop in a little bit closer. So now our risk is at 43.3. We're only risking 6 ticks on the trade, and I don't really want to give anything back. If I really start seeing it come back, there we go, I just got it filled. But if I really started seeing it coming back, then we would probably just, take what we could get out of it and then call it good. But we got our target filled up there. Now our target fill up here, that gives us 15 ticks. Now we took 1 contract off there. So if we can get that push up to the next target here at 47.1, then we're looking at 32 more ticks. Now this was only a 2 contract trade, just because we're coming into kind of the late afternoon here on gold. All the news is done for today. You can't really expect a big move, so there's no sense in putting excess amount of contracts on when you're not expecting a move anyway, or at least not as big of a move. So that's why we're only in 2 contracts. Still a pretty decent move nonetheless, but just not full size like we normally would. 1 contract off at 15, 1 other contract, if we can get it filled up there at 32, that'll give us 47 ticks on the trade, 470 bucks. Definitely not a bad place to start out there. So $470 potential in the trade. Now we just have to wait for it to continue to the upside. We've got our stop locked in here, so even if it does decide to want to come back on us, it's not going to matter because we've got it break even +1. And the reason I went +1 is because I entered in a little bit aggressively. My break even point should be right at that swing. So it actually allows me, because I entered in early a little bit aggressively, I can actually lock in a little bit more. I could even bump it up to 44.1. That technically would be break even on that first target. So right there at 44.1, that's our break even point originally. For me, it actually allows me to lock in 2 extra ticks, so definitely not too bad. So we'll see if it wants to rise higher, and then we can get a hopeful next target up at 47.1. All right, we're back. We just came 1 tick away from our target here, so I'm going to lock all of the risk out on this one. I'm going to move my stop up here to 45.6, just in case this candle starts reversing down. Last thing you want to have happen is for it to come 1 tick away and then reverse back down on you. So if it does come back and stop us out, we still lock in 18 ticks. If it fills our target up here at 47.1, then we're sitting in a pretty good position here. The one area, and I may move my target down just a little bit, we've got this previous swing up here at 46.8, and our target is above that, which is a little bit aggressive. So the main kind of thing that we are looking for is to attempt to try to get out before that, but in this case it actually just kind of broke through it, which is good. But you can see what I'm talking about here. Typically, when you retest these highs, you're expecting a retest, well, of the highs, not through them. So it's a little bit more aggressive to go for that 47.1. That was the 2-to-1 versus our risk. But again, if you started seeing it faltering a little bit, we locked our stop up right away when we came 1 tick away. And if you start seeing a reverse, just take what you can get, out a couple ticks before that. And you can see it's having a difficult time here. Now, it may just blow right through that level, but typically when you hit these previous big swing highs like that, it's going to pull back just a little bit. That's where a lot of people are going to be taking profit off of. That's where a lot of people are going to be selling again. There's just a lot of orders coming in there. But overall for us, 47 ticks on 2 contracts, 470 bucks. That's going to be the trade for today. If you have any questions about it, feel free to send an email to School of Trade. Don't forget to check out our trial at schooloftrade.com. And as always, we'll catch you next time.